Mama Helen TV show, Mama Helen Otide, Mommy Tiwade, Mama Helen Otutide, oríṣiríṣi ara.
And now, your host, Mama Helen Oritsejafor.
Well, welcome to Mama Helen and you, all the way from London, UK. I am extremely excited. I do not know, wherever you are, this is the time for us to have a ball. I'm telling you, I am excited already about what is about to happen. May I ask you this question, or perhaps some of these questions that I'm going to be asking you now might have been going through your mind through the years, but we're going to be giving answers to them. The number one thing is, have you ever wondered why you were born? Has it ever crossed your mind why you're on this earth? Isn't it something for you to think about, why God will choose the family you came up from, or perhaps where you even live right now? And that's the reason why we have Mama Helen Special coming your way all the way from London, UK. Today's topic, it's something that I know is going to bless everyone watching. Why? Because we're going to be looking at a very important thing that I know is going to define your life and your moment. You want to think about job, you want to think about your career, but you also know that it has to be purpose-driven. Hence the need for today's program. Job or career, finding your purpose. That is what it is all about. You want to begin to share now wherever you watch it. Call your friends, let them know that Mama Helen is on air. And Mama Helen and you as well. It promises to be wonderful. You don't want to miss it at all. Back in a moment. Mama Helen and you.
And now, your host, Mama Helen Oritsejafor.
For me, purpose is what keeps you up every morning. Purpose is what you want to achieve in life. Purpose is what makes you happy. And purpose is how you impact your world.
Purpose is the central motivation of why you live in.
Is the intention of getting something done.
Purpose is your aim, your goal, your dream.
It's what you aspire to be, what you aim to achieve, what are your aspirations in life, and what you're determined to also do and impact in life.
It's a driving force to achieve greatness, whatever you believe in.
Purpose, according to the Oxford Dictionary, can be defined as the reason for which something is done or created, or the reason for which it exists. But to me, purpose is the core reason that drives your dream.
Purpose is when you are striving towards something.
We should find that thing that we love to do. Once we find that thing, we understand that thing is what makes us feel alive. If you find your passion, that is your talent. And it's not that hard to find it. You just need to observe your childhood memories, and you'll start to remember the things you used to do, the things you used to love to do. That's very important.
My purpose in life is to impact my world generally. I want to be heard. I want to be a voice to my generation.
My purpose in life is to be great and to reach out to the less privileged as well.
You know, there are two ways, to me, how you can discover your purpose. One, if you don't know your purpose, you pray to God. What do I do? He will lead you. And the other, what's that thing you find joy in doing? Whenever you do the thing, you feel happy. That is it. For instance, if you have a little child who loves drawing, who has this passion for drawing, you should know that child is going towards the path of art. So whatever you do and you find joy, I feel that is your purpose. But if you don't find joy in what you are doing, I believe that's not your purpose.
My purpose as a musician is to contribute to the plethora of good music in the world. Music that speaks to the soul. Knowing my purpose as a musician has been a major drive in my career. I believe that there are a lot of people out there that are waiting for me to speak to their soul through my music. And that is what keeps me going.
Based on my job and my life in general, I've always been driven by my purpose. But sometimes my purpose may not give me income at the initial stage. But with the drive of my purpose, it keeps me going.
Finding our purpose should be a priority that we are aware of. But most of us, we are seeking it unconsciously. The feeling of dissatisfaction we get in certain phases of our lives is because something is out of alignment and you don't feel as complete.
I was able to discover my purpose at earlier age when I was small, because when I was small, I like doing business and also helping people. Sometimes I could use the last penny I have to just give to the next person there because I know the person needs it more than I do.
Right when I was growing up, I was actually trading under my grandma. So right from time, we are in for this business. So the thing has just been there right from time.
A lot of people get that misconception and they find purpose in career. You know, most times I think purpose is different from finding a career. Purpose might come from what you want to do, what you like doing, the values, your passion, what you always like seeing yourself doing at all times, positive things you like doing that you know it's beneficial to your soul, to your spirit, and to your personal self.
If you're passionate about something, you have joy, you have satisfaction, you'll feel fulfilled. Like there's just this excitement that comes with it. Even if it comes with this stress and then this negativity, you'll still be happy because that's something you're passionate about.
Some persons, their purpose might to be a doctor, to be a lawyer, but their mom will say, no, I want you to be a pastor, or I want you to be a banker and all that. It has already hindered their purpose. They are not really striving towards what they want to do, but what their mom or their parents want them to do.
There are people who don't see possibility in your dreams. They'll try to talk you down. Say, no, it's not possible. Sometimes they show you examples of those who have failed to kill your dreams. And if you are not careful, if you follow those advices and you do not pursue your goal, because one thing is to have a goal, another thing is to pursue it, no matter what, to achieve it. So if you follow the wrong counsel, they talk you down, then you can't achieve it.
I remember when I started podcasting, a lot of people were like, how many persons in Nigeria would listen to podcasts? How many people want to listen to podcasting? And of course, I wouldn't say I'm already there, but of course, every day I know how much reach I have on podcasting. I feel like then there is more for this out there. So regardless, you just, because a lot of distractions will come. A lot of people will tell you, why are you doing this? This is not the path, this is the path. But of course, being yourself, being true to yourself, another thing. You have to be true to yourself that this is what I want to do and this is how it ought to be.
The phase you are living in is messy, sad, and unmotivating. It's time to turn to what makes you feel the opposite. Alive, organized, with more sense and meaning, happy, motivating, but with a purpose.
Well, welcome back. That is Mama Helen and you, all the way from London, UK. I know a lot is already going on in your mind, and I can almost tell. Now, let me tell you this. Today's program is completely different. It is special because the table is turned, and over the years, it has been me asking people questions on Mama Helen and you. But today, it's my turn to provide and prefer solutions to some of those nagging questions you might have. However, you have a time to also speak as well during the course of this program, because during the course of the program, by the grace of God, that will be a phone-in period where you can actually also ask questions. And of course, I'll be glad to provide solutions or answers to such questions as well. On me on set this afternoon is no other person than Christy Jacob.
Oh.
She's a presenter, and of course she also works with the television station where we're broadcasting from today.
Oh yes.
Don't you, Christy?
Yes, I do. Thank you so much.
Tell me about you look good this morning.
Thank you.
This afternoon, by the way.
Thank you so much. You as well. You look fantastic. It is such exciting times, like you mentioned in the beginning. It definitely is exciting times being here on Mama Helen and you. But today is Mama Helen and me.
I know.
I came with my questions loaded.
I know.
To ask you, because I think sometimes we go through life, especially with this topic called purpose.
Purpose, yes.
And it's uncertain.
Finding your purpose.
Yes.
Enjoyable career.
Yes. Sometimes it's very difficult knowing exactly why.
The why word.
Yes. The reason for doing something, the purpose of doing something. And I came with a few questions.
Okay.
And let's start from the basics.
Okay.
How would you define purpose? What is purpose?
Now, purpose is the reason. Purpose is the reason why something is made. Purpose is the reason why something is created. Purpose is the reason why you and I are seated here today. So it is the why word, W-H-Y. For example, let me give you an example. Let's say somebody, bought a beautiful chair. And then hence up putting it at the corner of his or her house, unused. No one sitting on that chair. If that chair could say something or muster a word, that chair would have said, why am I here? How come no one is sitting on me? That's what purpose is. So meaning that chair is not fulfilling purpose. And the only reason why that chair would fulfill purpose if someone sits on that chair. So that's just what it is. You have a purpose for being born, for being created, God bringing you here on earth. The purpose why you went through the school you went through, if at all. The purpose where you have this job or whatever job there is, or your career path, there is a purpose for it. So it is a reason why something is made. It is a reason why you and I are here. It is a reason why we're in this world, for crying out loud. It is a reason why we are still alive. That is purpose.
Most definitely. So what I took from what you're saying is that there is a purpose in life, and in everything that we do, there should be a purpose.
There should be, definitely. There should be a purpose. There must be a reason. It's a reason behind every action. It's a reason behind every word. It's a reason behind why you're living. It's a reason why you're who you are. And when you leave out purpose in life, that life has no meaning. It's extremely important for every life to be purposeful. Because when you do, there's no gainsaying. It brings out joy and many other things. Purpose.
Awesome. So you said something about finding out the reason why. So is that the importance of finding your purpose?
Yeah, of course. Okay. Let's put it this way. The important purpose, if we're to look at it, is to ask ourselves why we're seated here now. The whole essence of it is to impact someone. There are people watching literally around the world. And they want to know the reason why we're here.
Yes.
And the reason for it is for us to be able, to send out information that is going to further expand and enlarge their lives. So the purpose, the import of purpose, therefore, is for you to be able to discover your existence. It's for you to be able to know the reason why you're alive. Because a life without purpose would actually leave you miserable. If you're walking in a place and you do not know the reason why you're walking in there, you're going to be stressed out because you would never know the reason why you're there. If the reason, for adventure is so you can, generate an income, then that is not good enough. That is not good enough because that is never going to take you anywhere. Okay, so the import therefore takes out stress. It gives you focus. You're able to have focus, and then you can also be passionate as well, about what you believe your purpose is to whatever end it is, or whatever venture there is. So it also, as well, gives you stability.
Okay.
Because then when you discover your purpose, there's this confidence that you exude. You have it together. The monetary aspect might not be there at the moment, but you're going somewhere. You've come from somewhere. And you had what you had, where you are now, where you are. And you're going somewhere as well. So it brings stability, as well. And then the other aspect is that it promotes longevity. People never really look at that, but that's also very
Purpose
important.
promotes longevity.
It does promote
Tell
longevity.
me more about that.
Okay, beautiful. Okay. Now, when you are purposeful in life, be it on the job or what have you, okay, it gives you peace of mind. And guess what? When there is peace, then you're not going to be worrying on yourself. One of the reasons why people, have ailments here or that, springing up, is as a result of their mental state, okay? If your mind is clouded with many negativity, or you're going through trauma, or you're not even sure, even getting up in the morning is a problem for you. Somebody has to literally drive.
We'll be like, oh, Mondays, I don't like Mondays.
I know, you just want to sleep all day.
Yes.
You're not inspired to do anything. You're not committed to life.
Yes.
You might even want to have your windows covered. No one coming to visit. You don't want to see anyone.
Yeah.
And you see, when you're literally spiraling down, to depression, and it could be fatal as well.
Yeah.
But if you have a purpose for life, for what you do, for anything at all, what becomes of you? Oh my God, no one is to get you up. Because you're up, you have to be somewhere, because you are after a goal, and that goal propels you to wanting to achieve purpose, to achieve success in any endeavor or your endeavors, as the case may be.
Most definitely. You talked about purpose keeps the longevity of the reason why we're doing something. Because I've always seen people, we start off with a purpose, we start off fresh and going, keep going, but because of the distortion of life, we forget the reason why. And then there's some who, they start off not knowing their purpose and trying to find a footing. So these are some really good nuggets that you're giving out there, that finding purpose is important.
It is extremely important. It can either it can either lead you to failure or success. Some might even be successful somewhat in whatever it is they're doing. But believe you me, there is nothing greater than functioning in your calling.
Yes, finding that fulfillment.
It brings total fulfillment, just like you said. It gives total fulfillment. It gives joy. It promotes your passion. You have a reason to live. Like David said, okay, God, don't take me out of here, because if you do, who's going to sing for you? That is David actually telling God, hey, you need me, and I need to fulfill a purpose, So his own wasn't just to becoming a king, but to sing to his king, God Almighty. So finding a purpose is essential.
Wow. Wow. So tell me about finding purpose in the job that we choose to do, or the career that we choose to do. Because sometimes we find ourselves, just picking up a job because we need money, or doing a career because we need money. It's there. But tell me the importance of, finding purpose in that job or career that we choose.
Yes, awesome. Okay. I would like to take it from this end and then walk it down to the question. What would come to mind immediately is that you need to know your purpose for living. Who are you? As densely populated this world is, Christy, as densely populated it is, we are very individualistic. There's a reason for you. you didn't come in to fill a gap. You actually came in for a reason. In other words, you didn't come in to join the crowd. You have something, an assignment. It could be by a true ministry. It could be, a job related, a doctor, as a lawyer, as a businesswoman, as a teacher, or what have you. That's a reason. There's a label on your forehead when God brought you into this world for you to fulfill. So if you haven't gotten that yet, no matter what you're doing, you're going to be frustrated. Yes. Okay, you're going to be very frustrated in it. So, so when you not tailor it down to a job or career, okay, when you have not been able to know what you're made of, what God brought you here for, then it will walk through your career part. It will walk through your personal purpose, and it will also walk through your spiritual purpose, as well. So, you're in the office. You have different rooms that you enter. You can just enter those rooms and never, do anything substantial. But when it is purposeful, you will never step out of a room without leaving something behind.
Wow.
Okay? You will never step out of a room without leaving something behind. Because you entering that room has a purpose. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, it has a purpose. So that will be the first thing that you need to establish. The other aspect is that learn to add value. Okay? Live a value-oriented life. Many times people go through life with the intention of taking, but never given. So if you have a job, for example, I'm an employer of labor, and if I engage you, put in business, or I get you to work for me, let's say, for example, maybe as a manager or something, there's a space created for a manager. Okay, and the manager is supposed to come in and manage the establishment. Now, you coming in means that you want to come and add value to that organization. Don't just think about the check you get maybe after the end of the week or month. I know in this country sometimes people are paid weekly or monthly or thereabouts. So don't think about that. Rather, think about what you can contribute. When you've got something that the space you're occupying is to give you the opportunity to be able to bring out what is on the inside of you, the innate, the talents, the giftings, in order for you to be able to add value, because you're coming in there to say, okay, how can I add value? How can I make my job speak for me here? When that mindset is there, then it gives it makes the job to have a meaning, because then every time you go to the office, you're thinking about, okay, add value.
Yes.
Okay.
Most definitely.
Definitely, isn't it? Yeah. Then the third aspect that is also very, very important, that sometimes people don't really pay attention to, is that at the place where you're working, for example, or your workplace, or perhaps you have a business or something, there is also a reason for that establishment as well. There's a reason for the establishment. For example, this is a TV station. This is a TV station, and at a TV station, the whole essence of it has a vision, and that vision must definitely be backed up. That vision must definitely be infused to your purpose.
Wow.
Okay,
yeah.
And when you all work in tandem, there is no gainsaying. There is nowhere you can never. There's no stopping you. There's nothing you can never achieve.
Awesome nuggets.
Yes,
awesome nuggets.
Yes.
It was lovely hearing this, but we'll be back with some more questions.
Definitely. You don't want to go away at all, because I'm telling you, it promises to be wonderful. We have just scratched the surface. In fact, we haven't even done anything yet. It is still Mama Ellen and you, back in a moment. And guess what? What is going to be happening now is that, one of my daughters is coming to sing. Yes, she is good. She's talented.
Oh,
She's
yes.
here doing a master, a PhD. She finished a master's last year, and now she's doing a PhD. She's a songwriter, a script writer. Woo! I can go on and on.
She
We're
follows
there.
footsteps.
This is the time to hear from you. And then when she's done, we'll be right back. God bless you.
Oh, yeah. I've given it my everything. I've given it my all. I've given it my everything, everything. I've given it my all. Still I need you, Lord. Yeah, help me find my reason. Tell me why I'm here, Lord. Show me in a vision. I need you, Jesus. Help me. I need you, Jesus. I need you, Jesus. Help me. I've been searching round the world. I've been searching round the universe, looking for my purpose. Lost in the zones of confusion. I need you, Lord. I need you, Lord. Yeah. So help me find my reason. Show me why I'm here. I need you, Jesus. I need you, Jesus. Yeah. Help me. I need you, Jesus. I need you, Jesus. Help me. Take it off, man. Oh, oh, oh. I need you, Jesus. Help me. Yeah, the angels dance around you. The earth can't do without you. Well, open up the heavens, Lord. Let your kingdom come to earth. The angels dance around you. The earth can do without you. Open up the heavens, Lord. Let your kingdom come to earth. Hey, Jesus, help me find my reason. Help me find my purpose. I plead, Lord. Help me find my reason. Help me. Help me, Lord. Help me find myself, find myself. Help me find my purpose. Thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus. Amen. Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. Didn't you enjoy wasn't that awesome? I don't even know what to do right now. That was incredible.
Fantastic.
Proud of you, baby. Good job. Well, if you're just joining in, it is still Mama Helen and you all the way from London, UK, coming your way today. And then, of course, like I said earlier on, the table is turned, and it is me actually providing questions or solutions or answers, I was going to say, to those nagging questions on your heart. And then, of course, I have Christy here, who has been doing a great job asking me some of those questions that probably must have been going through your mind.
Most definitely.
Christy!
The nuggets are powerful, Mama Helen.
Thank you so very much,
Lovely.
Christy.
So let's go into, because sometimes it can be difficult finding your purpose.
Yes.
How were you able to discover your purpose?
Okay. Now, to start with, at 8 years old, even before, I gave my heart to Christ. Now, Don't ask me how, because it's very funny. And the reason why I said that is because I will just see myself at a corner of the house praying and what have you. I even escaped death during that period as well. Time wouldn't allow me to be able to get into that, you know. I was going to be poisoned, and then somehow God supernaturally stepped in and delivered me. I started spending time praying, wanting to know what God really has for me and how he would want me to live my life, even on the career part as well. What would he want me to do? Okay, fine. At first I said, okay, I want to be a mass communicator. So I ended up studying mass communication. And then, of course, having my master's in business administration as well. But beyond that, I discovered that I have passion helping people to fulfill destiny. So, you know, I mean, every now and then, you know, even back at home, as a little child, seeing my sisters sleeping, I'll be the first to cover their feet. You know, never thinking about what I'm going to eat. It is always, what are you going to eat?
Wow.
You know?
What a heart.
I'm telling you, it has always been like that, you know, running up and down, trying to see how I can help people. So I discovered that in me doing whatever it is I'm going to be doing, whether, you know, in the area of career, pursuit, or anything at all, it is me lending a hand for somebody out there. And as long as I can help put a smile on someone's face or people's faces, then I am actually fulfilling my purpose here on earth. And if you looked at all the things, by the grace of God, I've been able to establish. Okay. When I
never take out that scroll.
Whether, you know, as a bank, you know, as a chairman of a bank, or, you know, which is service oriented. You know, because I now realized that all I need to do is to create service. If you need me, I'm just your next door neighbor knocking at your door and say, do you need help? And I'm very much willing to offer that. And if there is anything that gives me joy, is to see people succeed, is to see people, you know, operate in their element, is to see people achieve purpose and destiny in life. And so I have tried to weave my life all around that, you know. I do capacity building, for example. I do many other things. I mean, I can just go on and on and on. I know you haven't gotten there yet, but the long short of it is talk to God. You know, talk to God about it, and that was what I did. I spoke to God about what he would want me to achieve, and I also follow my parts, because I realized that when it has to do with help ministry and so on and so forth, I am very good at it. I love to help. I love to be that next door neighbor that is cheering you at your corner, telling you can do it, telling you can fulfill purpose, and then, okay, the rest is history. And then, of course, you have to study the Word of God. That's another thing as well. You need to study the Word of God, you know. You need to study the Word of God. You also need to know you as well. You know, because you see, I saw people selling things because others are selling it, without really knowing the reason why those people are selling it. And then, of course, they meet, you know, they plummet after a period. Why? Because that is not really their purpose. That is not what they ought to be doing. You know, you see young people finishing from schools and all that. Maybe you studied, you know, medicine, and then thinking that maybe that's just all what you're going to do. But who knows? That's just a forward education to get you enlightened and informed. But that might not really be what you are going to be doing later on in life. Or should I say, that might not be your purpose, you know, in life. So praying to God, studying the Word of God, that was what I did, and then knowing me, what I'm good at.
Awesome. Awesome. You said that your purpose was to help people fulfill destiny.
Yes.
How? And I realized that everywhere you go, in every task that you've taken, you have infused that into there. Tell me a bit about that.
Okay. Well, I was going to jump the gun a while ago. Yes. Finding my purpose and realizing that, you know, God has carved me out to help give someone a leap in life. to help show someone the way. Whether it is through preaching, you know, as a pastor, or through a banker, as a chairman of a bank, or as someone who has a who started up a medical center, or as someone who runs a television station, African Broadcasting Network back home, or whichever way it is, I have been able to come through that. I was just, when we were on our way here, I called the MD of the bank to find out how many microcredit we've been able to create, so far. And he told me that we've actually been able to empower 3.5 million people so far. Okay? Wow. 3.5 million people. And that has cost us 11 billion naira, in achieving that. Now, a story that comes to mind was a woman who came by the bank one day, for example, and said, "Oh, Mama, I need loan. I need, but I don't have money to even open an account and everything, But when I looked at her, I saw someone, what you call the active poor. The greatest challenge we have is that we've never been able to define poverty. When someone has money, they'll be, oh, the person is poor. No, you have that two categories that I would just want to mention. There are three, but because of time, I have to be mindful of that. The number one people are the general poor people who are just looking for handout. Handout. Yeah. They want you to give them this and that. But you also have the active poor. The active poor are the ones who really want to do something with their lives, but they just need someone to believe in them. So when I looked at her and I said, oh, definitely this young lady really wants to do something with herself. And by the grace of God, she was supported. And today the rest is history. One day she walked into my office and she said, so to let you know what you got and what you have also helped me to achieve in life. She signed off a 50 million naira worth of check and said, I'm going to catch it. And that gave me a kick, actually. Wow. That gives me joy. That's if you're looking for what makes me think as a person, it's when I can be a part of a story, a success story in someone's life. So that comes to bear as well. And then, of course, I also do capacity building through the CEO's company.
What don't you know?
Through the CEO's company, following my purpose through the CEO's company, which is, it's a training program. It helps, at the managerial level, those who wants to better themselves, who want to be able to serve, the industries, efficiently, and all that. So we do capacity building, in that sense. And then, of course, I'm also very particular with sustainability in business, because most often you see businesses rising up when the founders are there, but the moment the founder is gone, everything goes off the radar, So I want to see 300 years of existence of this television as well, and it comes through a great structure, building a lasting structure, that will see through, or even beyond, that will go beyond the founders, in the nearest future when they are done with whatever. And that's what I also would like to achieve as well. Whatever I've been able to establish, I don't want it to end with me. And I want a continuum. I want something that will see the time, should I say, when Jesus comes. No. We'll still be here. So, all that. And then, of course, I also do skill acquisition as well. Bringing up training for people who are trying to know their vocations or finding out which vocation they might want to be part of and all that, so that they too can live and provide 3 square meals on the table and live a life as well. That is extremely essential for me as well. The list,
goes
is endless. Is endless. I can just go on and on. I can go on and on, Christy.
From what you're telling me, I can see that you are definitely a purpose-driven person, and that's what keeps you going, especially that main title of helping people to figure out their destiny.
Definitely.
That keeps you going. And I believe also it's intertwined with God. I believe God wouldn't just give anybody that much power that you have. You are in charge of a bank,
Yeah.
and he knows why you are
Yeah.
able to give. And I think
yeah.
souls are what he's after,
Yes.
and you are helping the souls out there. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Christy.
so
I've
much.
lived through my purpose, and I'm still living through the establishment, through some of the things, by the grace of God, one has been able to put on ground, so to see to the development of mankind, and to see people fulfill purpose in life and destiny.
Oh, wow.
That's my joy. That's my thing. That's what I'm here for.
Yes.
You know, that's just who I am.
Yes, tell us some of the impact you have made with the youths in helping them find their, purpose.
Okay.
Yes.
I mentioned a while ago about the aspects of capacity or training. Just about, I think, about a year ago, we trained, just as an example, we trained well over 2,000 youths, and
wow,
yes,
over 2,000.
Over 2,000, people, to help them in their area of vocation. Some of them perhaps catering, hairdressing, one thing or the other, and empower them, as well. I have under my belt over 2,000 children that has been given scholarship to,
Wow.
from nothing, from nursery, I would want to say, from nursery to university level. These are some of the things that one has been able to do. What gives me joy, actually, I will never forget when a young lady walked with me. You can see this in some of the crusades that I held at home. It would have been an easy thing for me to just have people packed in a porch place and other than offering scholarships to them, but no, I took it to the streets. I don't need to know you. I don't need to know who you are.
Oh, wow.
I just want to know that, okay, there's a need here, and how can I meet that need? Okay, and by the grace of God, quite a number of them have been able to enjoy scholarships, from nursery then to university. We have some of them who have graduated. We have those that are presently still in school, enjoying the same scholarship programs as well. So this is what I do. This is how I go about fulfilling purpose, and that's why I said, you see, when you are a purpose-driven individual, nothing stops you on earth. Absolutely nothing.
You are
energized. You are empowered, because that's all you see.
Yes.
That's all you see, and that's what keeps you going, because it is joy to your heart.
Yeah, you are a living testimony to that.
Thank you.
Nothing's stopping you, and you keep going.
I keep going. I never stop, baby.
Yes.
I never stop. That's the thing with me. I never stop. I just keep going, because I have a purpose, and that purpose must be achieved, because and it is, and who you are and what God has proposed for your life, and that's what keeps me going.
Most definitely. Yeah. As I've just seen, you have provided an opportunity for a lot of us who sometimes we may have the why, but don't have the how, or we don't have the resources, or we don't have anything to get, to our destiny.
Yes.
But like you've just done, you've helped many youth. Thank you for that. I need to find my where are you helping them? I need to find myself there.
Thank God. I just think it's a privilege.
Yes.
Just like what Paul said, thank you for counting me worthy, putting me in the ministry. I think that's the most important thing. That's what ministry is all about. The ability to reach out to as many people possible, the ability to make someone's life better, the ability to actually change the narrative of people.
Yes.
And when you have the opportunity, you can only but thank God. I thank God for making me who I am.
Most definitely.
Yes, I do.
You talked about changing the narrative of someone's situation. So sometimes we grow up and there are many things, many obstacles that would, stop us. So is an environment, the type of environment we are in, does it stop us from finding our purpose?
Oh, yes, it does. Well, to some people, we shouldn't be. Okay. Because when you look at the word environment, it speaks to your upbringing. Where you are from. It speaks to the standard of living, growing up.
Yeah.
Yes, that's your environment. It speaks to peer pressure. It speaks to many factors. It could be economical, it could be financial, it could be health, it could be anything at all. It speaks to that. But what I always say to people is that you must never allow your environment shape you. Rather, you should shape your environment. The word environment itself, if it is on the bad side, figuratively from where we're looking at, is to talk about negativity. Okay? The word negativity itself speaks about barrier. And one thing that is known with barrier is that it does not grant access. It's just like you're trying to make your journey from here to Heathrow, for example. Okay. Now, if it's on the pathway you intend going in order to get to your destination, if there's a barrier, it gives you a diversion.
Oh yes.
Okay. You see? So that's it. So you have no access. It would have been an easy thing for you to just go through. And of course, that the other thing about negativity is that it is also authoritative. Because if there is a barrier that stops you, that says you cannot go beyond this, evidently, evidently, it's an authority stopping you. But you can turn it around and say, no, I am not going to allow this to stop me. Because behind every successful man or woman, there is a story. There is a story. And it all starts from never to give up. You must never give up. Things will happen. Things will happen. You might have come from a home where they don't even believe in you. You might have had a relationship that's gone bad. You might have, maybe you have your ups and downs in business. Oh dear, who hasn't? So the lists are endless. But the most important thing is, baby, pick yourself up.
Yes.
Don't you give up. You are going somewhere. And guess what? You will arrive at your destination. Stop listening to those negative words telling you can never achieve nothing. You can never amount to anything. You're nothing. You have nothing to offer your world. Who said so? You have a purpose, darling. Dust yourself up. Square your shoulder. You're going somewhere and nothing's stopping you. Believe you me, nothing's stopping you. Unless you want to stop yourself. But I'm sure you're not going to stop yourself because you know you have something good by your side. I know, there are people that'll be wanting to talk to us even now.
Oh yes.
I'm telling you, I know there are people.
I won't be selfish. I won't be selfish.
The lines are open wherever you're watching around the world, and you can actually talk to me. Yes, you can. You have a voice. You can actually speak to me right now. It is still Mama Helen. That's who I am, and you are actually watching Mama Helen and you all the way from the United Kingdom. You do not want to miss this opportunity. So at any point, just give us a call. Let's hear your views, or maybe there are questions you want to ask. Please feel free to ask those questions, those nagging questions that has been going through your mind over the years, and you'll be looking for answer to. You have the opportunity to do so. So the lines are open for you to call in, and then of course we will respond to them. With the question, it would also lead me to the aspect of saying for you to never give up. I always say to people, okay, if you are surrounded with negative people and they are telling you can never achieve anything in life, go very far. You no longer hear them again. Go very far. And I'm not talking about you just taking to your heels. I'm asking you to press on and achieve success so great and mighty that it can no longer catch up with you anymore, because you are right there. You're flying. You're doing great. Okay, so that's important.
Awesome.
Yes.
So how important it is, because we all have these individual purposes in finding in our job, how important it is, to find the purpose that God has given us, that divine purpose.
That divine purpose.
Yes.
Well, we ran through that before, but then if you go through this world, through this life, and you're lowered down after you're done, what can people remember you by? That's important. what can they remember you by? Are you just going to die like everyone else? And then they close the coffin and they say bye-bye and that's it. Can somebody actually stand up and say, you imparted me. You did this for me. You did something for me. And
hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, baby.
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon. We can hear you. Go ahead and talk to us. It is still on Mama Helen and you.
My name is Olive. I'm calling from Nigeria.
Oh, Oliver, how are you? So nice to hear your voice.
I'm great, Mama.
Good.
You're doing great, and I'm really enjoying your program.
Oh, thank you very
Mama,
much.
a quick question.
Yes,
though.
good.
Mama, I would like to know how can one discover one's passion while on one's job, or how can one fulfill purpose while on a specific job, even if you don't seem to like the job at all? Is it possible for you to develop a purpose from that job that you really don't even have passion for, that you're just doing because it is what's available to you?
Okay. Now, you're talking about a short-term experience, okay? When you're working in a place, and it is just to keep things going, pending when you will get your purpose-driven job, okay? At that instant, okay, because every job is an opportunity for another feather, okay, on your cap. So don't look at that job as though I say, well, I'm just working here, and when I get another job, so I just cross on, I don't care, and I just move on. Darling, you don't want to do that, because you never can tell when you're going to need that organization again. And who knows, maybe they'll be able to put in a word for you tomorrow. So put in your very best. Have that at the back of your mind that, okay, well, this is just a stepping stone, but where I'm going to is further the line, and I know I'm going to get there. So I'm going to put in my very best in my moment, in this area of my life, and see how I can add value to the organization. Don't have the mindset, oh, okay, it's just a salary thing, so at least I get something doing. No. Don't use the place as a place where you not do your personal thing. Okay, don't use the place where you give excuses to go out and come back later in the day doing nothing. When you sow, it's a seed. Life is a seed. Whatever seed you sow, it's only a matter of time, darling. You will reap it. So you don't want to do that, but rather you want to add value. You want to you have it in mind that you on your own alone you can also not do it. We want to have a team spirit. You want to be able to work with other people as well, to achieving the purpose for that organization. Mind you, one day, having known what your purpose is, actually, you'll be able to find your own purpose kind of job, and there is no stopping you, baby. There is no stopping you.
Thank you so much, Mama. Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Awesome. That was a great call.
Yeah, that was.
I feel like you gave out good nuggets in like strategies.
Yes.
In how to find your purpose, especially when you're in a job that you quite don't like. But you gave a few strategies in there. First, you knowing that there is a purpose and fitting yourself in that purpose for the company.
For the organization, yes. It's extremely important, Christy. The reason why some organizations are going through so much today is because you have one thought of the people there who have no business being there at all, and they're just there for the pay. But what people don't even know is that whatever seed you sow, you reap later on in life. So it's best for you to give in your very best where you are. Never stop. Never stop. Give out your best. Be the first person to show up at that place of work. Be the first person to do this. Be the first person to do that. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello, Ma.
Hello, how are you?
My name is Tony.
Okay, Tony. Where are you calling from, Tony?
Tony from Warri, Nigeria.
Oh my God, Tony, how are you? It's a pleasure talking with you. Yes.
Mama, it's so great to hear your voice.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Thank you so very much indeed. I'm so glad to know that you're watching as well.
Yeah. Okay, Ma, quick one. The thing is, what you're discussing right now is about purpose.
Yes.
And thinking about, personally, I think I know what I want to do, but now I've gotten into something else entirely. And now, wanting to go further,
it's a bit like taking that risk. So I'll have to lose everything that I've worked for and all in trying to follow this purpose of mine. So I don't know. There's this fear of not wanting to leave where I am right now to go further for what I really, really ought to be doing at the moment. So now, what would be your advice on me, ma?
Okay, what stops you in doing the two together? Now, what do I mean by that? Okay, don't leave one thing for something that you don't know anything about. It doesn't make any sense at all. I've seen people leave the present job and then start job hunting because they say they are pursuing their purpose. It does not make any sense at all. Rather, giving your best where you are at the moment, okay? And of course, if you know, just like the way the answer I gave to the young lady a while ago, okay, although yours is a little bit different, you can now marry that into what you believe you want to do. And when the time is right, you can then leave where you are graciously. Don't abuse any opportunity. You must never close the door because you never can tell when you will need it open. Yes.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Thank you,
My
Mama.
pleasure.
Love you, Mama. Love you.
Love you too. Mwah. Love you a bunch. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Oh, wow, this is fantastic.
Yes, it is.
My last question to you, is there any advice for, people looking on who have a bit of trouble, confused in finding their purpose in whatever it is?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is to actually say to you, I mean, there is no, in anything you embark on earth, there is a teething period. And I'm saying that intentionally because I've seen people who might have started something and they believe, yes, that is my place. That is actually, that thing isn't economically gratifying yet. But that should not stop you. The most important thing is that you must set up a goal. Make up your mind to say, okay, fine. In the next 1 year or two or so, I'm going to be able to do something for myself, and I'm going to be able to achieve this, and I don't want to miss that at all. I wish we have all the time to be able to answer all the questions because it's just an hour program, by the way, and so we're going to be signing off. But hey, boy, don't forget, you can check me up on Mama Helen on Facebook. You can check me out on my website. Just type in Mama Helen and that takes you there right away. I want to hear from you. You can send us a text. You can let us know how this program has really blessed you and how you want to take things further. You can also go on with the questions as well. Even as we draw the curtain, it has been a blessing. Sitting here, Christy, on the other side of the seating position is quite interesting. And Mama Helen and you.
Oh yeah, I had a fantastic time with you.
I hope you did. And I've really enjoyed you. And I want us to do it some more time as well.
Yes.
And for all our viewers out there, wherever you're watching, whether you're watching in London, UK, or in Africa, it is Mama Helen and you all the way this time around from London, UK, and never stop watching us. You have a purpose, and by the special grace of God, that purpose shall be fulfilled. You will not die young. And just like Jesus said, for this time I came, for this purpose, I came into this world to achieve and to fulfill purpose. And that